Welcome to the next part of our train. Today we want to finish this whole thing here. So we have a lot to do, so we start directly. Good. Today we want to make this trailer thing, so we start with them. So add mesh cube, scale down, scale index. Good. We want to mirror that whole thing. So we only have to do one side and the other is mirrored. You see that it is a quad, so we can let the size like it is. That means we go edit mode, give there middle loop, delete the back four edges there, and then we have that with this in the middle, the axis. So we take their modifier, we take their mirror modifier and make them in the Y. Then we make clipping on. That's all. Good. Next thing is for this roundness. You see it's all round and cut it out here, and so for that we need a subdivision surface in level 2. Then we can handle that better. You see we have now that here because of the subdivision surface. It makes it round. And now we model that. So to sharpen the edges here, we need to loop in. So we make here a loop and you see what happens. I can handle that with this. Then I make another loop and bring it down here. Then I must sharpen the down part. So I make a loop in there and bring it down. And one to the upper side. And now we have this round look. You can't see it in the moment very well because it isn't smoothed. When it is smoothed, then it's real round stuff in the moment. So we need that outcoming part here, and it must round and bend it to the inside. So we start with that. So we make here a loop where that starts to come out, and here where it ends to come out. Then we delete these inner points, X verts. Now we have a hole in there. Then we mark this verts here, these two words. That isn't a word, that is from the sun line. Good. So we extrude that to the upper part. And you see, it don't fit here really. That is the same, like in the down part, we must handle that with loops. So we'll get here loop and we can sharpen up that. And here the same, we can sharpen up that here. And when we then take here a loop, so we can handle how sharp should the down curve there be and or the upper part, like you would. You can handle that with them. That's fine. Here it's too long out going, so we need here loop 2 to sharpen that like we would to have it. So we have that. That is fine. But you see, it is banded to the inside. So we have in a moment this straight looking there. So what we do, Shift D to duplicate that all. Then we go to rotate set 90 degrees. So we see them from behind. Now we look here how strong it must be banded that it fits with the rest. Let's see here, we can scale it a little there. And here you see that is the bending point that we need. So we mark the top line and bring them to that point. And you automatically see he rounds it up very fine. That is that result that we want to have. Good. We done that all. So next part is to make this interior stuff there and to make here a line to the outside. We see we have here the problem that we don't can handle that roundness here, so we need here a loop too. So we bring it near to them, but not too near, so then this edge is too straight. Good. We have all that done. That is good. Um, Now we make the other things, file save. Um, we montage that all together later, but we want to make this top part here, so we make that first. We add mesh cube, scale down to that size, scale and Y, and we give them a little bevel to let it look a little bit better. So we get this front here and give them a little bevel, but only a little. Good. Smooth that all so we see that a little better. Give them a loop in for the shading arrow gone and done. That is the first part. Then we see there is the second one. So we add there a circle. 22 is 24 is okay for that. Scale down, rotate X 90 degrees, scale down again. And this is a thing that comes out and the top part is bigger than the rest. So that means, let's look, we go edit mode, extrude one time, then extrude scale, and extrude in Y, and close with F. Now we have this thing here, that is this top part. We need to smooth that. Better, we need to smooth some of that, but not all. That we have to smooth faces. It's here by shading. Same with this one here, smooth. We have the shading arrows again, so we loop there to let them gun. And then we have that, and that is good. So now we need this guys here. So we go in there and take a curve circle, rotate X 90, scale down. We need only a little part, such like that. And we give them a bigness, so we have here full, it's under here, 3D, full. We give them the thickness of this thing that we want to build, that here. And we give them a resolution of 2 maybe. Let's look. 2 is 1 too less. You see that is too hard. Now a little bit better. Thing for that is good. Good. Shift D to make a duplicate of them. Then we get that with Alt C and convert it as a mesh. Then we can delete what we don't need. So with background selection, that's that here. We can delete what we don't need. So we mark that and we mark that, and then we have that. And now we make a copy of them, Shift D, rotate set 180, bring them together, Then we mark this ring, and then spacebar, search, bridge, bridge, edge loop. Then he closed that automatically. Then we mark these two lines and extrude them downward. So we got this thing there. From them we need two. So Shift D to duplicate. Then rotate X 90 degrees. Then grabbing, bring in position in front of the thing. Such like that. Is a little bit small, let's see. Can be bigger. So make it a little bit fatter. Think such like that. And then a little bit shorter. So we mark that and bring that in. So we got that. A little bit smaller, I think, in that. So that looks good. Good. Put it into the material, look from front, position it correctly. Shift D to duplicate and bring him to the other side. And we get this. So we mark that all and join it together as one. We bring it in the top of that thing here. And we got that. We join them together. And we got that. Good. Then we see here this thing and this thing. So we add a circle. 24. I don't like when it is too shitty, but I take it. Scale, scale, good. Then extrude that out one time, and you see there's a little cut in there, so we make them two. That means we extrude scale a little, then we extrude to the set, and extrude scale again. So we have the nut in and extrude to the set. Then we can close that with F. Now we have the problem that here the thing is round, that we can handle with beveling. So when we go in here and make there a loop and get this here extrude scale, then we have here the range where we can bevel with Control B, we bevel, and then we have that round look that we need for that. Good, we have that thing here, so we give them a smooth. We have the shading arrows like ever, and bring them to a better state, such like that. That looks good for me, so it's fine. Good. Then we have that one. You can't see it here very well, but it is a banded pipe. I can show you where I have it. Here you see there's an outcoming pipe in the principle of that. So we get here a little banded pipe. So that means we get here add curve, busy curve, rotate X 90, and then we give them a little bending. So we go here to straight one, the middle point to grab. I go here, you see better, and give them a little bending, such like that. Then Shift D, we duplicate them, and we make a huge pipe with that. So we go here and give them much of them, such like that, and we give them here full. So we got that, but we need to have it more round, so give them 3 or 4, or maybe, yeah, 4 is good. We don't want not have it too crazy. So we rotate that we have here other stuff, and we grab that to give them natural banding, and that goes into uh, the other things. So we can give them here a little bit more, and here a little banding. Good. We have that. We close the front when Shift D and Alt C to convert it as a mesh. Now we have that. We mark the front and close with that. So we got that. There we can give a little bevel too. So we extrude scale a little and Control B, give them a little bevel. That is enough. Good. That is all smoothed, but this one we don't need to smooth with a flat one, so we let it flat. Good. We have now that. We move that here to third layer. We move this thing here to third layer. And now here is some we don't need. Move third, that, move third, and that here too. File, save. Good. Um, Now I think we can make that here that comes into that. Okay. So add mesh cube. We make this outer line first. So scale set, such like that. Then we give them here a loop in, Control R to give them here loop. We take this part here and extrude that out. So we got that line here that is double long as this. So we have that here. Then we see it goes a little bit down there and a little bit more to that. Then we have that. Then we can say here, get down. So we got that thing here. Then we need some for here that we make easy. We take this face here, Shift D to duplicate, bring them short to the end, extrude and bring them in. So we have built this thing. That is a long way. That is double like them all to 2. So that here. Now we have to duplicate them. So Shift D to duplicate them. And then we take here mesh mirror modifier, hold the middle row mouse wheel, and then move the mouse, and then accept it with the left click. Then you got a mirrored version of that. So we need to connect these two things. So we mark that both faces, spacebar, surge, and edge loop. So we close that. So we got that. That must belong to the down part of the whole wagon there. So set the origin to the geometry. Then we mark with background selection the whole back part and make them longer, as long as we need to go to the bottom of that. So we rotate that X minus 90 degrees and put that into our wagon. So we grab it and scale it to the scale that we need, such like that here. And we must look how that is near down to that bended thing there. So that looks good for me. Yeah. Okay. This part must be closed. And here we need to close up 2. So we scale in the X a little that we reach the wall. Good. We have to close that here. I said it before. So we go in here and make their moment on a top view. So we only need this here and that. The inner line we take, then Shift D to duplicate, P to separate the selection. Then we have one single object, this one here. Then we delete that here. We connect this here with F. We delete that here and connect that here with F. Then we bring out this two with extrude in Y and close it with F. Then we mark all and close it with F. So we have that thing that we can make over it, and then all good. Good. We need to make it here longer. So we bring them out and get the whole thing down into good. So we got that. This is the closed space. That's correct. Then we need a plane here too. You see that? So top view and make here add mesh plane and scale them down to the size of our wagon and bring them up so that we have a closed part, such like that. And then we put our things on. So rotate X minus 90 degrees and bring them to the back part of our train. So, about in the middle. Good. Then we need this here behind them on the side. So we grab this one and bring it in position. Grab this one and bring it in position. Get them up. The other one is into, so we get set. This is the wireframe mode. Now back to the material mode. We rotate that here in minus Z. Oh, that was wrong. Back. Rotate Z minus 90 degrees. Rotate Z 180 degrees. Bring them back. And then we got that here. That is good. And this one down and a little to the back. So we got that. That must be a little bit more in the middle. Yeah. Okay. So file, save. Uh, this one here, you mean that is a straight line that isn't real. That is a banded thing. That means we need to have this band like it is here. So we join that all together. We display that one, that, that, the whole part, this, and join them together. Oh, sorry for that. We before we must apply the mirror modifier. So now again, join. So we got that here. That looks not so good because we have forgotten one. Control. So we can't, when we want to have that round thing here, we must apply that too. That makes many words. That isn't good for us. So we only join the other things together. Join. And then click that too. So we can move that. We can make that another way to fit. I will show you that later. That here is the thing that we want to build. So for this, we add mesh Bezier curve, rotate x 180 degrees, 90 degrees, sorry for that. And we bring them to the start point. You can only move them with the middle point. When you click the middle point and grab, then you can bring them to another point. With this guys, you can say how much should it be bended. You can make there the bending type of that. So you must find a way between them that it follows the line that you have in your reference. So you see that fits good. Shift D to duplicate them. This one we move to layer 3. Here that we want to apply, but we see when we get reference points, this one is on the line, that isn't on the line, so that must be deeper, and then looks better. Good. Alt C to convert it as a mesh. Now we have that mesh. We need this whole thing and extrude that out. So, and now Shift D and we save one time. And when you look at this thing, it is round in the front too. So that means we can get this here, this front line there. Shift D to duplicate, P to separate, selection. Now we have that thing single. Rotate X 90 degrees. So we get this bending here, this roundness. And now we cut that into our roof there, but I want to make it a little bit harder, so scale and Y. So we have that, bring that to the top of the object over them. Then we mark that, then we mark the other one. Then we go in edit mode, mark all with A, and then under tools we have the knife projection, and now that is cut into our object here, and we can delete these words here. We don't need them anymore. And then we have that round banded thing there. Good. Um, we have to give them a loop normally to get this effect gone. And we smooth that now, but it looks good for me, so we let it like it is. Good. Uh, we bring them to his place. That should be here, and it is rotate X a little bit in that direction, such like that. Look from front and scale them in the X that we come to their point. And we see must go here a little bit more to this side. Scale in the X a little. Good. We have that. Then we take this whole thing here and extrude it one time. Now we can take this loop here and space search. We need a slide, so we take this edge slide, and now we can move them along there without having problems. Good. We bring them to that position here. Then we bring them down, extrude and bring down. Then we scale set 0, so we have a straight line there. Then we have the possibility to close that with this line, bring into, and then it's really closed. So we got this all. I will bring that here more to that side there. And that here too. Good. Look what we have. Material mode. So that's too much that fits, and that one now too. Good. We done that all. That is very good. We need to have a plane here to make the coals come on. So we make here a plane, add mesh plane, scale them down, and make them as long as the whole coal thing should be. Scale at Y, and then we can pull them there in. Let's look that we don't go over the other. Good. That for me looks good. Here we have this shading problem. That means when we make that flat, it must be better, and it is better. And here, what is with this thing here? Okay, so we mark that and go here deeper. And when we look from the top, oh yes, we see that thing is a little bit wired. Think that is this last thing here. That is a little bit strange. So we mark that and delete that. So we got that, and now we can get this thing here and bring them down into, and then that looks better. Good, we have done that. We bring that. Let's look, what is it? Okay. That with them and them together and join them as one. So we got it. This one we mark first, then we mark the outer thing. Then with Control P, we can set a parent and we say to object, and now we have one thing normally, but we haven't applied that. That is a problem. So when I apply that, we become much words. So I'll let it like it is. We move that to the third layer, that to the third layer, file, save. Good, we do it. We apply that. Now we have many words, unneeded words. So we can make it manually, or no, I let it like it is. So we join them both together. Now we have that thing here complete, and you see we have 4,000. It's not so less, but not so much. For that is good. So we rotate set 180 degrees, and now we bring all together. Then this thing is done. Good. So we see from them here we need two times. So we must scale that here up so that we can position there 2 times this thing, and it's intruded, so it's under this thing. So we go here to that side. Look that we have it under it. Good. Last time file save, we did here this brakes and wheels, and we see each of them has a wheel. So we plug in there the wheels. Make it here in the middle, and must look that it is behind the last one, such like here. And here we must move, but that we make with the original. So we can here say we scale it a little, and then Shift D, duplicate one time, and Shift D for the next thing. Good. Yes. So we got that. Then we see here we made the brakes last time. Where it is, the brakes here. The brakes on each side of them in the middle. So we get this brake here, we did, and bring them to position. That means we go to side view, then we can see that and bring them to his position there. You see, can go a little bit near, and then we have that brake on there. So we copy them 2 times for that direction, Shift D, and bring here one, and Shift D, bring there one, and then Shift D one time more, and rotate set 180 to flip the direction. Then bring them to this side. Must look that we bring it good to this side. So we go from back view, and we see it can be a little bit near. Good. Then we Shift D duplicate them and bring them to the other sides too. Shift D, and we got that. Good. We have that. File, save. Then we've seen that there are these handles, so we must put them on. That is this one here, and this one is that it fits with this screw there and comes down. So we get them up and have them on this position. But I don't know in front or behind. It's behind. Okay. So we go to side view and bring them behind the, the brakes. So that must be here. Good. Yeah, it's behind. And we make that, we see here it must be longer. So I go to File, Save to second layer where we have them. And there I change them. I'll go set in wireframe mode that I can see them where it is. That is this one. Go in edit mode. Select that and bring them out longer. Then we said this wheel needs to have smooth. So we go here and smooth that and smooth that. Good. We done that. Maybe here the inner part too. So smooth. Good. We go back to material mode. Go back to first layer. File. Oh, file. Save. Good. We see it now it is longer. And we duplicate them, Shift D, bring them to that brake, then Shift D to that brake, and Shift D to all the other. Shift D. When you don't see through it, hit set, then you can better see through it. Good. Back to material mode. We seen we had forgotten there is a screw head on this brakes there that we have here. That is this little thing. We bring them in position. So in front of our brake. Yeah, good. Look, that is in the middle. Good. Then we must give them to all them. So Shift D and bring them here. And that with all. Shift D to the last one. Shift D to that one. And Shift D to that brake. And to that one. Good. We done that. We go back to material mode. So we have this whole thing done. So we can copy them 3 times to bring it on the car. So we get border selection and mark that all, but without the lamp. Then we Shift D, duplicate them and bring them here to the front. We look here when that is near to the front. It's near to the front. It's good. Shift D, we take that. And now we need to rotate set 180 degrees to turn it from the direction and bring them then under it, so side view, that we get the same space there. Good. Then front view, Shift D, and bring them behind the other one. So we got that. That looks fine for me. File, save. We got this part here. That's for the back. So we take this whole thing here. Uh, there is some missing. That is this one. So Shift D, duplicate them, bring them in. Good. We get this whole thing here and rotate set minus 90 degrees. Oh, I every time make it wrong. So set, and we forgot that, rotate set 90 degrees, so, and bring them to the back part of our trailer there. So we bring them to that position, and we look, it is a little bit under them. So we bring them here a little bit under. We got that. We bring them that it fits with the rest. So we scale in the Y to fit them up with the rest. So we got that. Good. Then, what is that? That is a screw, but we have the screws in there. Good. Then we have that part here. That is for the front of our trailer. So we mark them and bring them in position. So grabbing and position them here in front. And when you look there, you see that this one fits with the line of that. So we take that here and let it fit with that. We see we can scale it a little, so scale and Y, and we got that here. And when we look, it ends here to the front. That is correct. We have the same here. That's fine. File, save. The only thing we done here is that we haven't made it as long as it could be. But for this single part, that is not that problem, but we make it. We go here in the edit mode and take this three faces here and bring them to the end of our trailer there. Then we got that here. I see that here is turned, so rotate set 180, and it is on the right side. Good. File, save. Now we have this ladder and this bended thing there. This bended thing we don't take. I think about that. So we move that to the third layer and file, save. When we look to our trailer there, this one here is exactly the same as this from the ladder. So we get simply our ladder, but it's on second layer, the original. So we go there and take the ladder and mark the left part, Shift D to duplicate, P to separate, selection. Now we have there a single part of that, but here is some width. What is that? Don't need that, so good. We have that, but you see that is in the group like the ladder was. So we see that here, there is our big ladder group. So we delete that under groups and give them a new group. So Control G, and we name it uh, handheld. It's for put your hands on. Yeah. So set the origin to geometry and bring in with all G in the middle. Good. Go back to first layer and now add group instance, and we add that handheld. So this ladder needs to be turned. So rotate set 90 degrees and bring them to the back of the trailer. And you see it starts down there and goes up to over them. So we bring them up to a high where we want to have it. So we look from here that it's into. Good. You see that is too small all in all, so we scale them a little. And we have a greater one. So we got that. And then we bring these two lines here must go much deeper. So we go back to second layer, go to our ladder, go in edit mode, and bring this down lines here deeper. So we bring them more deeper, and that was it. File, save. Go back, and we see now it goes through. That is good. Now we have these handhelds. They are on all four edges, and we bring them there. So here's our handheld. We grab them, bring them in position, such like here. And you see that it's too small too, so we scale them up like the other one too. Good. It must be rotated for each of these edges, so rotate set 45, and we get that. And then we can position them correctly to this edge following and a little bit near. You see that? That must be in the material, so such like that. Good. We done that. We need them on each side. I said it before, so Shift D to duplicate, bring it on the other side, but it must be rotated or mirrored. So we take a mirror, interactive mirror, object, mirror, interactive mirror, then move the mouse with hold it, middle mouse button, and when you have luck, we haven't luck, okay, so we look from top and rotate set manually, ready to go. Bring it a little bit in, let's see, okay, good. We copy that both handhelds and Shift D to bring them in front and rotate set 180 and then bring them to position. And then we have that. Good. That is the completely back trailer. We done it. Simply thing is there must be axes in around edges for each brake thing there and for each wheel there. So we go to this front view here, and with that we see better. That are these brake things, and we make their mesh cylinder. Here we need only 12, 12, yeah. Uh, and rotate X 90 degrees and scale down to a normal size, such like that. And then solid mode. We see we have here this brake thing, and here's the other one. So we get this ring and bring them to the other side. That is here. I see it's a little bit on the wrong place, so we have to place that later correctly. We look from down. What we now make is we take an array modifier for that. So we take here modifier, array modifier, and you see it makes it on this side. So we bring them to the front part there, and then we tweak that here that we come to the second break thing there, and then we need more. So sorry for that here, and Shift D to duplicate them, bring them here, Shift D to duplicate them, bring them here. So we got that. This we need on the other wheels too. So Shift D and bring them to the brakes there. Good, we done that. Now we need this axis for the wheels. So add mesh cylinder. And we take this 12, that's good. Rotate X 90 degrees. Bring them to the middle of the wheel. Make them such like that thickness and make them longer. So we got that. We get them up that it is into. Yes. Then we look from down. We give them a smooth. Then we give them here an array modifier 2 and bring them to the second one. Give them a 3 here, and we have 3 parts. And that is it. Good. Shift D to duplicate them and bring them to the other side too. Good. That was it. Now we have the completely back part of this train done. File save. I will try a short render of it so that we see what we done. Grabbing, positioning, yeah, with near and a little bit more. File save, and I make a render of it. And you see what we get. That is good for this time. That here we must bring in two, and maybe we make them a little bit fatter. I don't know it at this time, but it has all that it should have. And when it's textured,